check my YouTube. Why is it still showing the black? The fuck? Oh, that's why. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, my camera's over too. Okay.
All right.
I wonder what was the direction with Crackdown 3? Like, how did they
Oh,
go
this.
so bad?
They spent their budget getting Terry Crews.
That was the reason.
No, it just wasn't good.
Mm.
They wanted to lock a lot of the progression through bullshit ass like stronghold type objectives, and like it doesn't really work out because like when you're leveling up your character, it kind of like feels like a grind, and and they gave like a whole bunch of movement stuff. It's like, bro, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to jump and air dash and fucking wall jump. I don't want to do all that, bro.
Yeah.
That's just too damn much. I
And
don't know
the
why
Terry
though.
Crews, the Terry Crews idea, I don't know. Just,
That's what I'm saying.
now he got a bag for that. You
He did, but he fucking spoiler no spoilers. He dies at the beginning of the fucking game.
know?
It's like
Angel, can you close that door?
before you even take control of your damn character.
All right. I think we're all good. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Terry Crews.
Morning, y'all. This is Music Sessions Part 3. All right. Here we talking about some OG shit, rap rivals, Pac versus Big, MJ versus Prince, all that good stuff. Shit, we might even throw in some Kendrick and Drake there. We know y'all love still talking about that shit. I don't know why, but y'all still do. But sure, why not? But my man Dewan, you can start off first. Speak your
Oh,
piece.
man. Okay, so I feel like, to kick it off right, we got to start with this Jay versus Nas. I was just today listening back, before we got on the Illmatic and Reasonable Doubt. And I was just
Mm.
like, I just listened to both albums this morning when I first got up.
Right.
And I have to say, man, that Illmatic still, to me, is better than Reasonable Doubt. You know, so I have my opinions on that. I feel like reasonable, I mean, lyrically wise, Illmatic is better than Reasonable Doubt. But I do like the production better on Reasonable Doubt. I don't know if Jay maybe had a better budget or something, but the production was like a whole lot better.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
Illmatic to me is still the better rap album. What y'all think?
Um, Illmatic's definitely like. I mean, Reasonable Doubt definitely had a bigger budget because like I think the there was like a whole theme with that, right? Like you had to do sampled stuff. He had like multiple producers,
Mm-hmm.
or like two producers, something like that. Illmatic, like Nas was just going in and just rapping on beats. That was the oh shit, I'm gonna die.
This
What's the
nigga,
name? Like he just went in and just freestyle a lot of those things, or just had like his friends come in and like was just hanging out with him while he was making those songs and shit. But it's just that Nas is just so good at what he does. It just and he was working with like one of the best producers ever at the time. It just turned out to be as good as it was. You know
I
what I'm saying?
And then going back listening to Illmatic, I don't think his intentions was trying to make one of the greatest rap albums ever. Like I feel like he was just on him being himself because I don't know, like even the song structure, like you could tell, he was just going in, he was just freestyling. I know some of them songs he said was just freestyling, but
Yeah.
I know for sure he got one of the greatest intros. The first song on the album, or was it Anyway, NY King of Mine? What is it?
Yeah. No, no,
Yeah,
it was oh my god. Like
and
Genesis
And
or
why
something
it
like that,
stayed in
right?
mind.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, like what Tyreek said, like that's one of the greatest intros in my opinion. So
The first song? I thought it was just called like Genesis. Or
Oh, ain't that's like the introduction? Is that a song?
yeah. No, I thought you meant like the intro. I didn't know you meant like the first like
Yeah,
full song.
yeah. But yeah, like to me, I just feel like Illmatic is still to me holds up better than Reasonable Doubt. I know this whole conversation I kind of wanted to have because I do feel like Jay may have a better discography than Nas, but I feel like rapping wise, I feel like Jay just got the image that Nas don't really have, and that's why sometimes people will credit Jay over him. But when it comes to rapping, I think that Nas got it on lock though. Like
I
what
think Nas
album?
is.
Yeah,
Go
what
ahead. What's
album
up?
y'all think? What album y'all think that Jay kind of like you know he took me to the next level?
For Jay,
Yeah,
it was reasonable doubt that like that put him in that conversation. It was either reasonable doubt or the motherfucking the blueprint. One or two, one of those. But in my opinion, if it wasn't, in my opinion, I think like Nas is better because of the King's Disease series and the Magic series. Because of the fact that like even now he still has like that ability. You feel me?
Yeah.
but
But
see, but see the thing about Jay Z, he could drop an album tomorrow and he'll be back in the conversation.
he won't do it though. That's the thing is that like he could do that, but he has to have the right producers because if he gets Swiss Beats on a fucking production, I'm sorry, that song gonna be ass in my opinion. Because Swiss Beats always try to make some shit that sounds like niggas want to hear it like at the club and stuff. It's like I get it, but Jay Z, in my opinion, ain't that type of rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs, if he wants to make a song for a club, it has to have some singer like on the chorus, because he can't make a good hook to save his damn life. Neither can Nas. But the the thing is that like Nas just needs like that. He just needs to pick good beats, and he had like one producer, and that's all he needed to do. Jay Z don't got Kanye no more, so like he has to rely on like Just Blaze or and
What about
I
444 though? Like,
444. Yeah,
yeah,
that kind of supports the argument, is or not the argument. It supports the point that like Jay Z has to have. It's best if Jay Z has one producer and works with that one producer. But if he does that, then sure. But he also had a lot to say on 444. Like I think if he has a reason to rap, then sure. But I think he's more like focused on being a businessman and being the NFL's bag than trying to be a rapper.
Right.
And his wife won album of the year.
Chad, what you think?
So the past couple weeks, and I was telling Trevin that like I was like listening to both Jay and Nas's like discography because back in my juniors or senior year I had stopped at for Nas I had stopped at Nostradamus, and for Jay I had stopped at Blueprint 3 because at that time I thought Jay was the better artist, or at least had like the better album concepts. Well, not concepts. He just had the better sounding albums, while Nas was just the better rapper. And from all the OGs that I talked to that I grew up with during that time, they always just preferred Nas over Jay because they just felt like not Nas was just either more relatable or the shit he was talking about just made more sense. I don't know what is up with people in the South. They just don't like Jay Z for whatever reason. It's either I'm hearing, oh he looked like he'll backstab somebody. The way how he move, it don't look clear. Like he sounds annoying. All this other shit, and I'm like, okay, but like rap wise, like what it like like do y'all just don't like the way how he rapping? It's just like, yeah, but why though? And nobody could just really just like understand it. So I might go on a tangent for a little bit. It's just like when Kendrick had came out, right? A lot of people they like Kendrick's songs, But I do remember people was talking about like how Kendrick they didn't like the way how Kendrick sound because like he just sounded either too nerdy or alienish or whatever. And then during that time, like after Good Kid, he did started experimenting with his voice a little bit more or whatever. And like I guess people just got accustomed to it. But with Jay, like Jay, he did also have like somewhat of a transition where it's just like he did change up his style just a little bit, but he started like rapping like more rapidly, and people just wasn't really well, people in the South wasn't really messing with it. But
Jay Z rapping fast?
yeah,
He's been doing that.
I know he been doing that, but like that's what I'm saying. Like some people that like the people that I was talking to, whatever, they didn't like that. They just say he just rapped too fast. But you go on a song like Big Pimpin', Bun B's rapping fast, Pimp C's rapping fast. You know what I'm saying? A lot of other Southern artists was rapping fast. So I'm like, so the problem is not Jay Z rapping fast. Y'all just don't like Jay Z. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
That's yeah, that is the case.
yeah, I'm just like, okay, whatever. And then, and then like when I check with Nas, I didn't really think Nas really rap fast or whatever. But there was a couple songs on some of his previous projects that he was rapping fast too. Niggas was fucking with that too. So what's the problem, bro? Like what is Jay Z doing to people who is just like it's like he's high up there, but niggas still hating on him. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get it.
It just comes with being on top, being at that position. Especially because back then, like it was really competitive. Like people was like, if that shit is whack, at any point, the audience would let you know. You
Right.
feel me? But like Jay Z, at that point, at a certain point where people were doing that, were saying, wait, or Big Pimpin', he was already at the top.
Right.
You feel me? And that's all. That's just why. And he was making music with people that aren't from the coast that he's from. You
Right.
feel me? So like, I think that's probably it. Like that's probably because like it's probably like New York or not New York or people from that coast not liking like UGK or not being familiar with that, probably having that sentiment for him. But they probably don't know that Jay Z's been doing that since before he was Jay Z. That rapping fast stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like him being on songs with UGK or Outkast and just rapping the way that he does. He's really good at like blending in with the artists that he's with.
Yeah.
I think that's really what kind of feeds into it for me. But I never thought what's up?
No, go ahead, Trey.
I never really thought that Jay Z was doing anything wrong from doing that because now it's like glorified when a rapper's able to do shit like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Not just because he's rapping fast, it's because he's able to match the energy of the person that he's on the song with.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna just speak like from my personal, my point of view. I just think a lot of the Jay Z hate comes from just when an artist is more vocal on like political issues and the public may not agree with it because, like you say, we're talking about Jay Z, and I'm not trying to be too political, but like how he felt about the Super Bowl, and then he turned around and did a deal with the Super Bowl. Now, ironically, I don't really care because, like you said, that's his personal life or whatever. But I'm just saying, like some of the decisions that he made, I think because people don't agree, they try to take away from the music, and I think that you gotta kind of like separate the art from who the person is. It's hard to do it, but the same way, like you say with Meek Mill, right? Meek Mill was, I feel like if Meek Mill maybe didn't have the opinions that he did have, maybe people would respect him more as an artist. I mean, look at the game. Like the game, to me, he's a legend in my opinion. But he kind of does certain stuff that people just don't rock with, and it kind of like can interfere with your legacy. So with Jay Z, when he come out, he be saying stuff. Sometimes he be saying stuff that it rub people the wrong way. But I just feel like people just gotta learn how to separate his work from his opinions. But that's it. That's why I think he gets a lot of hate.
I mean, Jay Z's
And
not really
yeah,
the most like topical rapper though.
I mean he's not, but when he comes out and says something like, okay,
Oh,
when he do speak, right? When
Yeah.
he do share his opinion on something, like okay, like the Super Bowl stuff, then he was getting hate. People was accusing him of snubbing Wayne, and I don't even think he had something to do with that. But but and of course the other stuff that's going on, we're not gonna talk about that. But it's just that I think people just always trying to mix in how they feel about somebody versus the work. I mean, there's nothing really much more than Jay Z could really do in his career. Like as a rapper wise, I think he
Yeah.
already kind of like he reached the ceiling. Like what else can he really do rap wise? I mean, like people would probably say, "Well, make a Watch the Throne too," but you
Mm.
know, but that's if people really want it.
I mean, closest thing to that is that Jay Electronica album. That nigga was on like damn everything.
That was a collab album. Like that, yeah. And Jay Electronica was kind of getting washed on some of the songs. Like
Hmm.
so, yeah.
I think right now he should just be on features if he ever wants to be still like have like a rap career. Not- even though it sounds like he's not gonna have a rap career, but it's just like if he wants to still be in the sport, like be in it, like because even like fucking Eric B and Rakim, they still rap. They don't do like a whole bunch of raps and nothing like that, but it's like they still love the culture of rap, and it's like they still like participate. But Jay Z don't do shit, but like
But
his
see, it's like
business stuff.
yeah, but see what's so great about Jay Z? He's like, it's not too many of his peers that can really drop an album and that people really care. Like, okay, just think about people on his level or like his peers wise. Whether it could be okay, is Wu Tang considered Jay Z peer or that's before him? I don't know. Educate me. Like,
I think you could consider them his peers.
Yeah, they came out around the same time.
okay, okay. So if they announce they drop a new album, is people gonna really care? Like if Jay Z say he was dropping a new album,
Yeah,
you think so?
yeah. If Jay Z say he's dropping an album, niggas is gonna probably have to shuffle their release schedules for that shit.
No. I said for him, but do Wu Tang? You think people would care as much as they would?
Oh,
Rap fans,
Yeah.
yes. Rap fans, yes. Mainstream wise, probably not as much.
the thing about that is that I don't fucking know because I didn't even know that a lot the amount of people that love Wu Tang that it was that big until like they reached like movie status. I didn't know that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I was listening to Wu Tang. I'm like really. I was hoping people would love music like that, but I didn't know that Wu Tang was the one that had that love. You feel me? Until like after the Pimp a Butterfly came out. So I'm just like, I think so because people ride or die for Wu Tang.
Yeah.
Like I never seen that shit before. I think so. I think people do would I think that's just like really fucking hype for a lot of people.
Like rock
Yeah.
fans too.
Yeah.
But
Everybody do.
Jay Z, he gonna pop up on the Drake album. Like when Drake drops another solo album, he been making an appearance. But I feel like another solo album from Jay. I mean, it would be dope. I think a Watch the Throne too would be cool. Like in another world, like if Kanye wasn't like. I feel like making a part two of Watch the Throne would be cool. But I don't think it's gonna be like the first one. But
It definitely isn't. If I
yeah.
if I watch it if Watch the Throne 2 did came out like this time, uh it wouldn't be the same because like now Kanye he's on this AI journey shit, and it's like I know for sure Jay is not gonna be fucking with that whatsoever. You know, once again I'm going a little tangent. Ain't nobody told your dumb ass. I don't care if you think yourself as a fucking genius or whatever. I had love for Kanye and everything, bro. But like, ain't nobody tell you to get them fucking $10 million titanium grills, and next minute you got a fucking list, and now you gotta use fucking AI to do your fucking raps for you, bro. Nigga, you got in a car accident, bro. You already can't talk. So why would you do that? So no, Watch the Throne isn't going to sound the same how it did several years ago because one, that nigga's not even in the music mindset like how he was before. I don't care if Bully or whatever new album he drops this time has the soulful samples and all that shit. This is not the same nigga no more. You know what I'm saying?
in any capacity.
The last that nigga that Kanye from many years ago, like yeah, he was doing some wild shit, but like he still had love for the game. You know what I'm saying? If that nigga said that he was still that he was worrying about Drake overstepping him, and he was doing his surely best to make sure that him and Jay watch Drake and stay on top of the charts or whatever the case is. That's that Kanye that we like. You know what I'm saying? Because he was putting his heart and soul into it. But now it's like what are you at this point? You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be remembered. Well, yeah, obviously going to be remembered as a dude who made Graduation, whatever. But anything after 2020, Donda was your last fucking album, bro. Donda was your last fucking album. Not no Vultures. That's AI Kanye, bro. I don't want to hear AI Kanye. That's no. Watch the Throne 2 doesn't need to exist anymore. If he needed to work with a producer slash rapper and for Jay to make a Watch the Throne 2 or whatever. Ninth Wonder, Hit Boy, anybody, bro. Anybody. Big Crit. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Like I'm just saying like rap I'm just saying rapper producer combination, bro. Like that
That would be fucking crazy.
it will be crazy, but Kanye just needs to just no. Like don't niggas already had issues with Watch the Throne when it first came out already, and they still do. So like don't make it any worse, bro.
Really?
You know, like this is like a sidebar. You know, like to the Kanye conversation. Like I know he ain't in his best space, but I feel like creative wise, and I'm not even a big Travis Scott fan. I feel like he kind of took on that. I don't feel like he replaced Kanye. I don't think nobody will be able to replace him, but I feel like Travis kind of took like that role of that like kind of creative person when it comes to music. You know how like when Kanye is experimental,
I agree.
and I feel like
I agree.
and Travis, I'm not the biggest Travis fan, but when he drops, bro, a lot of his songs sound different than the last ones. Like each one of his albums, on from Rodeo all the way to Utopia, they each have a different sound. And I think 10 years from now, people may rank his albums like how we do with College Dropout, Late Registration. I don't know if Travis Scott has a College Dropout, but I feel like he kind of got like that new, not saying he replacing Kanye, but I feel like he got the Kanye effect, in my opinion.
What the fuck? Sorry.
I mean, as for that, I consider Rodeo a college dropout. It's just that it didn't get. It was just mostly known more for like. Okay, so mainstream wise, it was just mostly known for its singles. You know what I'm saying? And like overall, like I feel like in my personal opinion, Rodeo is a top notch album. No skips whatsoever, except for like maybe that one song with Schoolboy Q, but that's neither here or there. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's his college dropout, and I feel like his
Astro World, his late registration.
Astro. No, that's Birds. That's Birds.
Birds is his late registration.
Well, I'm just okay. I'm saying that because I personally I'm not too big on late registration. But if you was to count that, I guess Birds would probably be what like Yay.
Birds. No, I think Birds would be his like 808. Damn man.
Okay, all right, that fine. That's fair. I mean, I personally like Birds, but I get it. And then
I
you,
do too, but like it's just like in terms of like how his sound is like Birds is like the most like removed from that,
yeah,
in my opinion. That's
Astro,
why I say it's like his 808s.
yeah, and then Astro World was probably
That's his
be,
graduation.
yeah, that's his graduation.
That's his graduation.
That's no doubt, no doubt.
But it's so crazy with all those albums. Like, I know for me, when I listen back to Rodeo, to me, Astroworld, I don't know what it was dope, but I just feel like it wasn't as artistic maybe as the other albums.
You want to know
Like,
why? You want to know why?
like,
You want to know why?
but that album got the most love though.
No, 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 no. You want to know why? Because the nigga got lazy. All right, and this.
Astro World?
Yes, I'm gonna explain this because I said this shit back in 2018, and niggas got on my ass for this. All right, so just hear me out. Hear me out. Production wise, sound wise, all that shit, concept or whatever, he did his thing. Rapping wise, no, that nigga got lazy, and he started to do more melodic shit, which is like it's okay, but like he had like a balance whenever he, like on rodeo, right? Like I know he's not the most lyrical dude, like that. You know, we can get that out the way or whatever. But like I did like the way how Travis rapped because like at least it sounded like the nigga was at least trying to make like some type of concept with it. You know what I'm saying? And then when he did Birds, he was going more melodic, but at the same time like it was like it was still a good balance. You know what I'm saying? But after that, he did the project with Quavo. Now,
I forgot about that.
exactly, and the reason why I'm bringing that up because, like, personally, I didn't really dislike the album. It grew on me a little bit, but I didn't have no issue with the album. But I did start to notice that Travis was starting to like started to rely more on like being on the melodies or whatever, and I was just like, I hope that's something he's just not going to stick to. Like, yeah, do your melodies, but still have a balance with the raps. But he didn't fucking do that. Like, and then after that, he dropped Butterfly Effect. That's when he cemented the fucking like the melodic shit. So when I heard Afterworld and that's all he was just fucking doing, I'm just like, bro, what's going on? And like, yeah, somebody could say like, oh, he was rapping on Sicko Mode. Sicko Mode's a pop song. Sicko Mode's a pop fucking song. Like, cause
I
one,
mean, I think retroactively that would make it a pop. It's a pop song, but when it was made, I don't think he made those raps saying, "Oh, this is a pop song."
no, 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 no. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I agree with you with that. It's just intentionally, it's not a pop song. You know what I'm saying? It's a rap, hip hop song, whatever you want to call it, trap, whatever. But I just look in general. I just didn't like the way how he just pretty much rapped on fucking Astroworld, and then like literally the only fucking song where he could at least attempted and probably would have got that shit down was the last song, and that was Coffee Bean. And I told Trevin years ago when Coffee Bean came out, I'm like, this sounds like a J. Cole beat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
This
yeah,
this sounds like it had like that homie backpack rap type of feel good vibe, whatever. And Travis could have done it. You know what I'm saying? Because he was talking about, I think he was talking about either Kylie or his daughter. You know what I'm saying? And that it would have been nice if he at least attempted to just try and rap a little bit more. But he was just like, I don't know what else to do without you. Like, come on, bro. Like, try, bro. And so
shit, no.
and so after that, like, I started kind of looking at Travis like a little bit different because I'm like I like if y'all didn't know, like I've been on Travis since like he was like when he dropped like Al Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying? When he was just now like trying to get up there. I saw his interviews and everything when he was on the fucking BET interview shit with Two Chains, and Two Chains had to help him with his mic and everything. Like I was watching all this shit, bro. I was rooting for fucking Travis. You know what I'm saying? And just like what Dewan said, like I did sense that like if Kanye was to just kind of just stop with the music or whatever, Travis can kind of take that place because not like soulfully wise, but like for like a new generation for like producers and rappers and shit like that, where they're able to mesh both of that and have like a unique sound. Travis would have that because he had like this dark electric type of energy or whatever, and people was vibing to it. Nigga was having mosh pits at his fucking stadium, bro. Fucking mosh pits. That's fucking crazy, you know? But, and like I said,
think,
oh, go ahead.
I think the thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to just straight up interrupt. It's just I think also I thought the main sentiment about Astro World was the fact that like he was focused more on production than it was for his lyrics.
Well, see, I didn't hear anything
I
about that.
disagree, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Astroworld to me, it had like a lot of trap beats, you know. And of course, Travis album do like Rodeo. When I listen to the production on Rodeo, it's just so much going on, like artistically. Astroworld, the production was dope. Don't get me wrong, but to me, it was like it was trap beats. Even the features he had on there. I mean, I don't think the production wise was just like so crazy on Astro. That's just my opinion. I feel like the album sounded really good. Now, tracks like Stargazing, yes, but a lot of those songs like Yosemite, the song with 21 Savage, them trap beats, man.
Yosemite, bro.
Yosemite, my bad. But
No,
yeah,
no, I don't mean like I thought. Okay, so what I mean is like obviously like he has a sound like the trap stuff. That's like his thing. I thought that since he focused on getting people like Stevie Wonder or like I think like Earth Wind. Did he get Earth Wind and Fire as well? Like, but he got certain people like on his feature list. I thought that he was more locked in with the production side first. I thought it seemed like when I heard it, it seemed like it was evident that like that was the case. Is that he wanted to be more involved with the production of his music.
Is that what he said though?
No, I mean I don't look at Travis Scott's like interviews. I'm just saying it's like I was basing it on just what I heard. Cause like you can't. I don't think for a second you just get beats like that just sent to you. You feel me?
Yeah.
Astroworld, in my opinion, it took. I don't. I think also because 2018, it was just so much going on that year. But Astroworld is that album that kind of separated them. Now, I'm not the biggest Kanye fan. I don't know what album that separated Kanye from his peers. I don't know if what album would that be. But I know I feel like this was separated Travis Scott from Young Thug or any other artist he came up with, Astroworld. And yes, I do kind of agree with what you said, but I just feel like mainly that was an album that separated from his peers.
Yeah.
But going back to it, I'll probably go back to Rodeo more. But then Utopia, that's a whole other conversation because I got lost.
You no Utopia. Utopia is pretty much Jesus. It's like you're not going to get it. You're not going to understand it now, but as the years pass on later on, you will, because
I mean,
in my
first time I heard it,
huh.
I understood it the first. I don't say I understood, but I liked the first time I heard it. It's pretty cool.
Nah, the general consensus around that album was like people didn't really mess with it too much, or they didn't really go back to it. But
Really?
yeah, and
Oh,
and yeah, because he was experimenting with the first couple of songs that came on and stuff. But like y'all gotta remember, like Travis was not in that. I ain't gonna say he wasn't that energy to like be crashing out and shit, but like he was trying to like kind of let some steam off. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted to come off like, hey, I was kind of going through some shit, but at the same time, I'm still trying to get back in and be locked and loaded. And
yeah.
the first couple songs I heard, it sounded like some Yeezy shit. Like it wasn't as crazy. Like it wasn't as like angry the way how Yeezus came out, but like it like sonically wise, like it. I feel like it had that what's the word I'm looking for? It just reminded me of Yeezus in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just trying to do some new shit, but you know, in his own fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I wouldn't expect people to like you like Utopia like right off the bat, but I feel like Utopia is like one of the projects. It was just like it's gonna creep up on you years later. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Okay, I got you.
yeah. Despite the one song with him, Future, and SZA, I didn't like that one at all. I
I
gave
love that one. That's one of my favorite ones.
nah. I gave that.
That song and I really liked it. I feel like Future. Now, SZA, I didn't really care for the verse, but I feel like Future did his thing on Chuck's Pieces. Like,
Nah,
I feel like he did.
I gave that shit a dislike, and I hid it from my songs, bro. I hit that shit off my album.
Man,
That shit was ass, straight
man,
buns.
SZA, man, Future. Come on, bro. But nah, now that next one, now, cause we stepped it back. Like we didn't went to Travis. Now like the next one that was on the talking topics, I don't know if y'all would have had the MJ and Prince conversation. I feel like that one was real interesting. Shaq, you seen the clip I sent you earlier today?
Yeah,
Like, because I mentioned, I know you said something about last week about Prince opinion on sampling, and I know MJ was kind of like opposite. I kind of wanted to talk about them two artists, not musically wise. I know it's probably like, but what do you think is the dynamic? What do y'all think is the dynamic between those two artists, like as pop artists,
Between which two artists?
MJ and Prince,
Oh,
two
MJ.
ops?
Yeah, definitely. That. It's they definitely were like in competition of being the best. I think that obviously since MJ won the popular vote, people would say that he's better. But the thing is, like Prince is like more talented. You know what
What?
I mean? I think Prince is more talented than
I
Michael
agree. I agree.
because Michael post Quincy Jones was not putting up those numbers anymore. Prince has been consistent.
I
Like the
can
whole
read my ears.
I'm just saying, like post Quincy Jones Mike is just not does not hit as much as those three albums that Quincy was involved.
Right, but
But
he was like the best in the group. Everybody wanted to hear Mike
well, yeah,
when he was coming up.
well, yeah. I'm not denying that. I'm not saying that Mike has no talent or nothing like that. I'm just saying like in the time of like during their careers, like their solo careers, um, when they were outputting their music, it's just like Prince was more involved with more things than Michael was. Because like Michael, the stuff that Prince does, other than the vocals, like Michael had Quincy Jones do, like during those the bad Thriller and Off the Wall days. But it's like
Hmm.
Prince was doing all of that, and a lot of it he was doing it live. So it's like multi instrumentalist. I do think is more talented than the vocalist because he was still like making great songs too. But like obviously like Michael may be a better songwriter is than Prince. But all around I think Prince is a more talented artist than Michael. It's my
Prince,
opinion.
Prince kind Prince kind of had like his own perspective of music. I mean, he wasn't the most liked. No, wasn't the most liked, and I don't think Prince does have more albums. I researched. The man got like over 40 albums. Now, a lot of those albums are filler albums because
Yeah.
he was having label issues. But at the same time, like Prince, he was actually like he mixed a lot of his own music. You know, he played a lot of the instruments on his album. I think one of his like biggest albums, like Purple Rain. I guess that's like his thrillers, right? But
Right.
like you said, like Mike after Quincy Jones, that's questionable. But I didn't really like Bad. I didn't like the MJ album. I just did not
Right.
like Bad.
Oh no.
But
I guess you could say it was pretty never mind.
Oh no.
no, it wasn't bad. I feel like if you would have narrowed it down like you did with Thriller, right? Thriller had 9 songs, right? I mean,
Yeah.
top to bottom. Bad
Oh,
had like maybe 11 or 12. It was some filler songs on the album. If you would have summed it down, it probably would have been a better competition. Like, okay, what is a better album? But Thriller to me is better than Bad. Bad, I don't
yeah.
know. What do you think, Trevor? Like you like the Bad album?
I mean, I don't go back to it, but
Oh my god.
Wait,
no,
you don't like Thriller? Wait.
no. I don't go back to bad.
Oh, okay.
But like Thriller is like Thriller's like those songs like are gonna get played in like your shuffle or whatever like regardless like every song on that shit.
I
It's not
can't.
the same for bad.
I can't.
But like
Yeah.
I can't believe this
but
shit.
But quality wise, I do think that like I mean, bro, come on, bro. You know, it's like Thriller is better, but it's
Thriller,
not better.
oh,
It's
top
not better
to
by a
bottom.
wide margin.
Yeah,
But
I
like,
mean,
but like,
it's top to bottom. Yeah.
yeah, but like Devon said, is that like it was more focused. It had the 9 songs that got the job done, and that's really all it needed. It didn't need no extra ones.
I mean, look, you're not wrong. All right, you're not wrong. It's just that. Okay. I'm gonna go on my tangent, bro. I'm gonna go on my tangent. Just look, bad. Bad is bad in a good way. You know what I'm saying? And the best way I can say it, it's like, yeah, all right. Everybody's gonna like fucking Thriller because Thriller is just like it's like that shit where like okay, you can play at a barbecue, you can play at the skating rink, you can play it on the school bus, anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think somebody made this concept that I saw on Twitter, like this comparison. They said off the wall is for like the kids who grew up in the hood or something like that. They said yeah, off the wall is for like the kids that either grew up in the hood or just grew up with like like having family time and whatever. Thriller is for like you're trying to go on a movie night or like you're going out hanging out with your friends or whatever. While bad is for the bad is for the white folk. You know what I'm saying? And I get it because like it does have that style and that sound that like I guess it would probably attract more white folk, whatever the case is. But the man was trying to do something different. Like okay, you like one. All right, it's the '80s. All right, early '80s and late '80s are two different sounds because yeah, there was electronic music, there was electronic like sounds and whatever the case is. But after '85, like that shit, it changed drastically. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say that Bad is a better album than Thriller, whatever. That's not what I'm trying to say. I just don't want people to just discredit Bad as like, oh, it's just a whatever album, and then like Mike just pop back off with Dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't discredit Bad like that. You know,
No,
because
that ain't what I'm doing.
no, not you. I'm just saying that was like the general census from like when I was like kind of going through all those albums because okay, like yeah, it's true. Not that much people would go back to Bad because like I'm not going to listen to Bad like the song. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to really go back and listen to the song like that because it's like it is kind of cringy. You know what I'm saying? Sort of say, but I like Man in the Mirror. But when I try to play it in the car, my wife, she was like, yo, can you just turn that off? I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Damn.
All right, so then, and I love Man in the Mirror, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, some of the other songs, like, I think he had one with Stevie Wonder. That one was cool, but, you know,
Speed Demon,
huh?
like Speed Demon. Remember that one?
I do, and I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't go back to that one either, you know. But you had a what's that name? Librarian Girl. Like that one was cool, but
No,
dog,
Is it Liberian Girl or
Liberian, or yeah, Liberian, not librarian. What? Anywho, look. Bad's not a bad fucking album, and I think I'm also saying that because I heard like the songs that was supposed to be on the album. Like I think it had like a 20th year anniversary or whatever, 10-year anniversary, whatever the shit is. And it had like a lot more songs, but they were controversial. And
I didn't know that. I didn't know about this.
yeah, there was a song called uh I don't remember the name exactly, but it has something to do with abortion, you know? And he was talking like, hope I don't like get like hit for this or whatever or anything. but he was pretty much just talking about like like what would how would God look at you if you did that? You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And I did like I looked up the backstory with that song, and Quincy was the one to tell Michael to take that song off of there because it would have sparked up like a lot of controversy, which he was already going through at the time. So I can understand why they took it off. Why they bring it back, I don't know, but they took it off for that reason. And then there was also another song where he was talking about like how like something with his dad, but I think if he had played that song during the time, Jesse probably would have had an issue with it. But the whole point, I just don't want people just to discredit Bad like that. Like Bad's a good album, but I can see why it wasn't like really received in the best way, and because of that, Mike kind of took it to the heart, and that's why he ended up ending his partnership with Quincy, even though Quincy did what he was supposed to do and made sure like the album came out the best way he can. It's just it just like that's how it had it came out to be.
I mean, it's like this.
That was why he stopped working with Quincy Jones?
Yeah, because he wanted
Because yeah, go ahead, Zach.
because one it was a little Bad didn't really have like a it didn't have like a better reception than Thriller, and then also because since the sound was changing so much, he thought that Quincy's sound was getting outdated.
Oh, Michael.
Yeah, so and that rubbed Quincy like the wrong way. Like he wanted to keep working with Michael, but Michael, wanted to do other different things. And ain't no telling how things would have been if Dangerous would have, was under Quincy's leadership. It would have been like a very interesting concept, but yeah, because of the reception, um that's the reason why he kind of just ended his partnership with him. And that it never sit well with Quincy. I'm hoping I know God rest his soul. I'm hoping I remember the way like from what I read it, but like I think that's what had went down.
No, you right, Shaq. And Bad didn't sell as much as Thriller did in his first week.
Yeah,
But and they were big on record sales back then too. But I feel like out of all those three albums, I feel like Bad gets more love than Off the Wall, in my personal opinion. I feel like
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like Bad gets more love than Off the Wall because when it comes to Off the Wall, I think it don't really get as much love.
It's well, in my opinion, I can't really go back to Off the Wall like that because it's just like it's too I don't want to say positive. Well, yeah, it's a little bit of that.
You and not liking positivity, bro. Like,
Bro, because okay, look, because there were some songs where like Michael he was just sounding like way too fucking sad, right? Like it was like I forgot it was like one song like he was just sounding like really sad, boohooish or whatever, and I'm like, bro, what is this? And like so there were some other songs that was like pretty good and everything, but it's just like that's just not one album I'll go back to. But God rest her soul, Mama, like I think that was probably her favorite album. It was probably still Thriller, but like she liked that album because the majority of the songs that was on there. So like it's that album's like it's kind of like in each like to each its own type of project. But yeah, I probably will agree with you, Dewan. Like I don't think not that much people really go back to that one. They'll probably go for like some of the singles, you know.
And then Off the Wall came out in 1979. Like the sound in the 70s was still funk based.
Yeah,
So it was still people were still like, having cookouts. Not saying people didn't do it in the 80s, but the 70s it was more like a family type of vibe. And I feel like Thriller, that's when, you go from the boys to men. Like,
yeah,
and I feel like that's what Thriller was because on Off the Wall, a lot of them songs were like, if you with your family, your grandma or your great grandma, but you put it on, but yeah, man, Thriller. But going back to Prince, like you said, I agree with Trevor. I feel like Prince was more talented wise because he worked on a lot of his projects. He solo produced a lot of his biggest songs. And I feel like he was more hands on with his music. And Trevor, I don't think you seen the clip, but I sent it to Shaq, where Prince was against sampling because he felt like it's just like this domino effect that never ends, right?
Yeah,
One
yeah,
artist sample another artist and another artist, and because there's a lot of big names that wanted to sample some of Prince songs, and he just wouldn't clear them for nothing. Like he
yeah.
would not. Yeah,
Yeah, he even turned down Nas.
And he's fair to do that because, in my opinion, even though sampling is an art form and it is a technique that it's not easy to do, the integrity of like the business behind it is fucking messy.
Yeah,
And Prince knows that when it comes to people who are trying to get the rights to your shit, especially if you're like a producer that's like signed to a label, that's like some sort of way to get like some like into Prince's pockets. You feel me?
yeah,
And that's why I think that's also like it is a domino effect because you see it happening with the Isley brothers, where it's like even though like they're cool with people sampling their stuff, now it's like people are doing interpolations of songs that sampled their shit, like it was a good day or shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
man. What
And
was it that Juice WRLD sampled something? There was like a whole lot of
Sting,
stuff. Yeah,
you cannot sample Sting. That's like they're just artists that you just don't sample. Because if you sample Sting, they're coming for your ass, and you're gonna owe them until your grandkids are 80, bro.
yeah.
You don't sample Sting. You don't sample Prince. You don't sample any country artist. Those are like
Marvin
the
Gaye.
rules of sampling. You don't sample Marvin Gaye. You can sample Marvin. Well, you could. You can sample Marvin Gaye if it's good because Kanye West got away with it.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Like
yeah. I forgot.
if it's a good flip, you can sample Marvin Gaye, and but the estate is pretty greedy, so it's like they're probably you're probably not gonna get any like residuals from it. So
Yeah,
it's like if you're trying to get paid, don't sample any of that stuff. Really, just make sure that the artist is alive and okay with you sampling their shit, and then you'll be good.
yeah,
I
Because
mean,
you see that
Cardi
happen.
B sampled Lauren Hill. I was shocked that she even made that decision. The song ended up
What was the song?
doing well. Be careful with me.
I mean, Lauryn Hill's still alive.
Yeah, I know she's still alive, but Lauren
Yeah,
Hill.
but coming from Cardi B,
Lauren likes Cardi B.
Yeah,
oh,
Lauryn
she
likes.
does?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she likes Cardi B.
Oh, shit.
yeah. Surprisingly, Cardi B is kind of somewhat like she is
What the
likable.
fuck? What's up with this
No,
narrative?
no, okay, okay, okay. All right, no, all right, all right. No bullshit to the side. Cardi B, she's likable. She's likable. You know what I'm saying? She's just very high strung
She's not an elite MC, but as a rapper, she does what she's supposed to do,
type
You
shit.
know what's so
and she knows her shit. She's not like a rapper that's like bullshitting. Like she knows her shit when it comes to rap culture. Bro, y'all keep making me having to fucking like defend Cardi B. Y'all gonna make me look like a fan, bro.
Might as well be.
listen? Do we have any like young female MCs? Like, do we?
Doja,
Doja
Oh,
Cat.
okay.
Doja Cat, yeah, yes, bro. Doja Cat can rap. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Doja Cat can rap.
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Yeah, yeah. Doja Cat can. Doja Cat's like really fucking good at rapping. It's just that she makes songs that are poppy, so it's like people think that that's really what her mo is. But when
Shit.
if she gets in the booth with someone, she's probably gonna fucking kill it.
Yeah.
She does it when she feels like it.
I mean, she did a lot on her newest album, on the Scarlet album.
Oh, okay. I heard the album before that.
Oh yeah, see, that's the poppy one.
Yeah.
Cause she admitted that what the fuck is that? She admitted that she was playing the system. Like if she was making okay, I'll be in there in a minute. She admitted that she was making those albums for the pop like audience just to get a leg up in the game. But like she's like, make no mistake, I'm a fucking rapper. Okay,
You forgot about Rico Nasty as well.
Rico Nasty,
Yeah.
I don't
Shade
think.
Noir.
Listen,
My bad.
listen. Okay, hold on. I'm a big fan of Rico Nasty. I don't think she's in the MC conversation though. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a huge fan of her, but as an MC wise, come on, y'all.
I got
Y'all
you. I got
serious?
you. I know what you
Like,
mean.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Dochi.
Shane Noir, I said Dochi.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Dochi, Armani Caesar. I mean, now I'm just fucking naming Griselda members. But yeah,
I mean, it's a female.
yeah.
Man, out there. All right, let's transition. Let's go to this Biggie and Pac for a little bit. You know, I was listening to them this morning too, doing a little homework, and I don't know why Pac was always mentioned in one of the greatest rapper conversation. I feel like lyrically wise, Iggy. You know,
Thank
Biggie's
you.
better. Biggie's better.
Thank
but
you.
but I do feel like sometimes Pac had better songs wise.
No, he always did.
But
Mm,
Well, not always,
Yeah.
but like Pac has songs that people resonate with more than Biggie does.
that that part to an extent.
and I
That's
like his
why.
hooks. I like Pac's hooks. But
I mean, like the hooks that he does, or the hooks he has other people do.
let's not go there, bro. Come on, come on
Because
now.
I mean Biggie. I mean, because Biggie got. I think Biggie has better hooks himself than. I'm gonna sound like I don't know if y'all know. Well, y'all probably don't know, but I'm damn near a Pac hater. So it's like, because I didn't grow up listening to him. So it's like every time I hear people like big him up, I'm just like, alright, bro. Like I get it because you listen to him a lot. But if I were to like the lens that I have for him, I don't see it
So
of him being better than Biggie.
so from my experience, cause I did a little researching with Pac after my mid 20s or whatever, cause I was on that same wave. Like I was strictly East Coast, Biggie, throwing some Snoop Dogg in there, and the Chronic or whatever. Pac, I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? I just forgive me for saying this. I thought Pac was just kind of like on some Meek Mill stuff. Like he just rapping loud, just being abrasive. I didn't like.
That's disrespectful, bro. I ain't
Oh,
gonna
you
lie.
thought he was a fraud.
No, not on some fraud shit. Like I. Oh wait, we're calling Meek a fraud?
I mean, what you're saying. I mean, okay, like Meek does not. Does he practice what he preaches in his music?
I mean, he went to prison like millions of times. Or,
I don't feel him. I didn't know that. I knew he went to prison. I didn't know that was what.
and then look. Before we continue this, stop with the Meek hate, bro. Stop with the Meek hate. I'm telling everybody this
He
right
makes
now.
it easy, bro. He makes it easy.
Okay, I get it, but like when he came, bro, like when he came out, that didn't even sound right. When he was dropping Dream Chasers and everything like that, everybody was on Meek's tip, bro, including Diddy. Now, anywho, before we
We're not doing it now.
now as we continue, like that, I didn't look at the only projects that I listened to from Pac during that time was just his first two, and it was Tupacalypse and Strictly for My Niggas. Those were the only ones I listened to. And the only songs that I liked from Tupacalypse was this one called Violent Crimes. I think it was Violent. It was Violent. Excuse me. And every other song I just wasn't really feeling. And then Strictly for My Niggas, it was just like it was cool, but like that nigga just picked some bad engineers during that time. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Like he was trying to get some money. He was going through a lot of shit, legal troubles or whatever. So it's just like I didn't click with it. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, I made a big mistake in not continuing his when I listen when I the age when I listened to those two albums I was like 15 or 16. You know what I'm saying? So I was already worrying about other rappers and all that shit. Biggie, all his discography, his songs, whatever, they just took over. But Pac, it just was not resonating with me. Now, several years later, I gave Pac another chance. You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like every new rapper that ended up talking about Pac got bashed. Their career was was ended. You know what I'm saying? It was just some bad shit. You know what I'm saying? I knew Pac was a good rapper. I just didn't really see like what was the big the big thing behind it because one, I didn't feel like he picked the best beats. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't feel like yeah, his messages spoke like a lot of stuff or whatever, but Biggie he just had everything down packed. Like yeah, I'm not gonna relate to gun raps and all the other vile shit that he was talking about. But talking about sucking. Anywho, like I didn't. I'm not gonna relate to some of that shit, but like flow wise, production wise, everything Biggie had that shit down. You know what I'm saying? And Diddy made sure that he's gonna have that shit down. But next album I listened to from Pop was the one he dropped in '95. Fuck. I'm about to say For Your Eyes. Not Machiavelli. Yeah. Hold on, give me a second. My bad. My bad. All right. As I was saying, yeah, me against the world. There we go. I hate when my brain does that. Me Against the World, my favorite album. I know it didn't sound like much because I couldn't remember the name, bro. I'm just getting old. All right. That album. The reason why I probably like that album so much because it sounded like a fucking East Coast album. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like the nigga where he was actually fucking from. And that was my other issue with Pac, bro. Like,
You mean West Coast?
no, he's from New York.
Oh yeah.
He was born in New York. And I understand like people move and stuff like that or whatever, but I'm like, it just would never sit right with me. Like I'm going somewhere else. That's a topic for another time. But like, it sounded like an East Coast project to me. The beats, everything. I think he even recorded in New York. If I remember it correctly. If not, then so be it. But like like it just sounded perfect. You know what I'm saying? And then the album he did after that, not Machiavelli. What the fuck was that album called? Why am I forgetting all these fucking album names now?
Because that nigga has a forgettable discography. Say it, bro. Just say the truth.
No, bro, it's the one with All Eyes on Me. All Eyes on Me. Oh. My no my bad. My son keep fussing, man. Okay, anywho. Yeah, and then like after that, like he went 10 toes down with the next album, Me Against the World, not Me Against the World, All Eyes on Me. Like I don't know, it was some like I get it, like he was beefing with a lot of niggas, especially with like Nas and Jay during that time. Well, he didn't give a fuck about Jay, but like he was beefing with Nas, talking shit on Mobb Deep, like he was like dogging every fucking buddy, bro. Like even though I didn't like that personality that Pac ended up picking up, like I did like it for the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like the nigga, he was after niggas necks. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wanted to see fucking blood, bro. Even though that caused his fucking demise. Like I love that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Those two projects that he did around that time, I would say they're like they're probably like at neck and neck with Ready to Die and fucking Life After Death. You know what I'm saying? But once again, Pac, he still had not much of a decent discography because the one Machiavelli after that, like it was cool, But and even like when you kind of do the research for the album, he didn't have the same producers that he had with All Eyes on Me. And you want to know who like the main producers on All Eyes on Me? It was Snoop's. I think it was like Snoop's cousin. Well, yeah, he had Warren G. I know that's not Snoop's cousin, but it was Warren G. and the big dude. I forgot these. I'm starting to forget these fucking names, man.
Dad's a producer.
Daz Dillinger, bro. Daz Dillinger.
Dad Dillinger.
Yeah, them niggas, and no, I don't want nobody to say Dre because Dre only did one song and he gave them the fucking half-ass version. So we're not even going to bring up Dre on that shit. But Daz saved that fucking album, bro. And whoever the producers on the previous project before that, they put their fucking thing into them fucking albums. Like they made sure like that shit was sounding out nice and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why he didn't do the same with Machiavelli. I think he was trying to be more conscious with it, which is cool and all, but it just kind of left off like you're an impactful rapper, but lyricist and whatever else, like you're like at top 10, not at top 5. No. Let me not say that. Let me not say that. Like there was just more lyrical rappers than him that was better than him, in my opinion. Now, as an artist, he's top 5, but
Of like what?
of all time, yeah, of all rappers.
I can name 5 better rappers that are
Yeah, I was
better
gonna
artists
say,
than
yeah,
him.
Pac. I would say Pac is definitely of top 10, not 5.
Of artists,
Yes.
Yeah, I can agree.
If you're saying artists, like, are you saying artists in rap or artists in general? Like in genre?
rap.
I can still name 5 rappers that are better artists than Pac.
Some people even put Wayne over Pac. I was
Yeah.
gonna say that.
Okay, I mean, look, I didn't want to make it seem like I'm just being like a Pac hater or anything like that. Like I was,
Top 10 is perfect. Top 10 is perfect.
Because it gives you room for bullshit. Like, not bullshit. That was harsh. It gives you room to just like say like other people, but like Pac is like 5 is like you gotta have a list. Like you have to have a list that nobody can argue with, and having Pac in that list with as short as a career he had, that's kind of like unfair.
yeah, he did have a short career, but he still had multiple songs that you could still go based off of, and
Right, but that doesn't make him top 5.
it doesn't. But you got these other niggas out here, these OGs, these other guys that's going to put him in their top 5, and it's like, okay.
They'll argue you down. Yeah.
No, but cause no, hear this shit. The niggas who was saying that, the niggas that was putting Pac in their top 5 are niggas that are either born in like the fucking 80s, 70s, or anything but before that. So everybody else that was either putting fucking Wayne, like everybody else after, they'll put Wayne, Eminem, Kanye, 50 Cent, and probably fucking some, I don't know, fucking T.I. or some shit. They'll put them niggas in their top 5s. You know what I'm saying? And then anybody else after that, they'll put fucking Kendrick, Drake, Cole, Gucci, Future, whatever. But like the men when like a new nigga or like a nigga from the nigga that was born in the 90s said that like they didn't like Pac because they just couldn't resonate, they get fucking bashed. And I never.
It is.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. That doesn't mean that they're right. That the bashing is rightful. It's just like, bro, Pac. It's just the territory because like Pac was well loved. Him and Biggie.
Yeah.
But the thing is, as an artist, everything that you say about Pac that's like positive goes to like 10, 20 other rappers.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's like that people kind of like ignore because they have that appreciation for Pac.
That memorabilia type shit or something, whatever the case is.
It's
Yeah.
that attachment, and that's just how rap culture is. That you have your favorites, you're not letting that nigga go. Like me personally, I'm never letting Big Crit go, ever.
Yeah.
But like, people listen to him. People got to listen to him to understand that because he didn't get the chance, even though he proved himself multiple times to be above like Kendrick tier. He is from the South, and you're not. And Southern niggas are not gonna get that exposure. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's just how it is. But like, since people from the East, since first of all, East Coast is like one of the like major like point parts of rap.
Right.
So it's like since like East and West. So it's like Pac and Biggie are gonna be like on Mount Rushmore like no matter what. Even if they didn't do that much compared to other artists that were able to have 10 to 20 year careers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just that fact of itself is why it's kind of hard to preach or say that you did not like Pac that much. It's hard to do that
Right.
without any like backlash.
So what about Snoop? When people put Snoop in their top,
Man, no, get Snoop out of here, bro. That nigga wasn't all that.
Thank you.
That nigga was not all that.
Only in terms of appeal. That's it.
Yeah.
look, sometimes people put Doggy Style at their top rap album.
No, that's a good ass album. But that, okay, I'm about to sound like a hater, but that was one of his only good few albums, in my opinion.
Bro, he's like the epitome of not to say a lazy rapper, but like he's the one that's like doing side quests, bro. Like rap right oh shit, I'm dead. I'm never mind. Rap is like a side quest to him now. Cause like he can do good on features. Not to say he's not a good rapper, never, but like his ability is best shown in his features.
Yeah.
When people get him on some shit.
Yeah.
Because they know what the beat should sound like when they're on a song with Snoop.
Kind of like how they do E40 though, right? Like when they
Yeah.
when they put E40 on a feature, they always get this West Coast type of beat. Like they
Every
try to
time.
like yes, because I don't know with E40 that's a whole other conversation. Because I'm not really a big fan, and I don't want y'all to give me backlash on that.
Nah. I mean, it's gonna be understand why, because look, we're not about to. East 40 is a West Coast thing, right?
There is,
It's,
yeah, but there is one artist who does put E40 on beats that aren't West Coast inspired. You know what I'm saying? He does a lot. I'm just saying, preaching Big Crit again.
bro, big Big Chris an anomaly, bro. He's an anomaly,
Bro,
bro.
I'm gonna keep on, bro. I'm gonna keep on preaching Big Crit gospel, no matter what.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
He's gonna get the love, bro. It just takes one good song.
But to say Snoop got one good album, I don't know.
I said
He has more than one.
he has more than. I just say he has a few. One of the few good albums that he have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just like what Trevin said, his specialty is his features.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things that I like why I'm gonna put Biggie on this one. Don't get me wrong. I think Pac is great. I think Pac, like storytelling wise, like I really think like he really did his thing. But I don't know if it's just like an East Coast thing, but like Biggie was just so dark in a lot of the stuff that he said,
Yep.
and like that's what I feel like a lot of his craft was that like that's what outdoes him for like Pac in that like scenario. Like this motherfucker talking about when I die, I hope I go to hell. Like like when you hear shit like that, it's like what the fuck is this nigga talking about? But then when you like understand it, you're like, damn, like this motherfucker is dark, but like the storytelling is just like you said, Shaq, like you may not be able to relate to him, but you could like sit down and be like, damn, like this nigga Biggie was really going through it. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, he's still putting out songs like that song like Hypnotize or whatever. Like he's still putting out like classics, and at the same time, he's still putting out like storytelling. Wasn't he? No, he wasn't as good of a storyteller as Pac, but in his own way, I feel like he was still good at storytelling in that aspect.
Bro,
But
he was just as good.
that's but not but on I feel like Pac kind of really takes the cake when it comes to like storytelling. Like Pac is like in his own level. Like if you ask me, this may sound crazy, but I think like Kendrick Lamar is the Tupac of this. Like as far as storytelling goes, like they're kind of like neck and neck in a way. Like in a
I can
very
agree.
small way, they're like neck and neck. But Pac, yeah, when it comes to storytelling, you have to put Pac at like damn near top five if we're gonna talk about
Yeah,
just the aspect of storytelling.
Okay.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Yeah.
But Biggie was like, bro, it's all of those like NY rappers. They were all so dark and creative in everything that they did. Mob Deep, dark, like Wu Tang, dark, like all of them took really like dark sounds, and then they made it, and then like rapping over it too. Like it's ridiculous.
Right.
I, I like. I'm not saying like he didn't have dark sounds, but he had a lot of I don't know. He had a lot more positivity in his music than Biggie did, and I feel like that's why you can't really argue over like whose music was better. But I'm just saying I like Pac. I mean, I like Biggie better just because like he could take something so dark and make it into like a whole story. And I don't think a lot of artists can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially on the West Coast, but like back then, like maybe West Side Connection was like the closest to doing something like that. But I don't really get a lot of West Side like rappers at that time on that lyrical level as like the East Coast did.
Yeah, DJ Quick.
I mean, yeah, but
I know, not like not on that type of sense. Yeah, I get you. I get you.
I mean, like, I'm a huge The Game fan. I feel like, I don't know where's the disconnect between the public and the game, but, The Game to me, I feel like, like, under Kendrick, of course, I got to put him on top when it comes to West Coast, but under Kendrick, The Game to me, I feel like he could really rap, and he
oh
make
yeah,
music,
oh
Bro,
yeah.
but I
it's
don't
the
know where the disconnect, I don't know where he stands now.
it's the Meek Mill shit, bro. It's the Meek Mill shit. Just because he got himself in some stupid shit and doing all these antics, that's the reason why niggas don't take him seriously, bro.
I
Be-
mean that's a good reason though.
it's a good reason, but it's I like I'm not look. It's not like I'm disagreeing with it. It's just I don't want people just like okay. It's like Kanye, right? It's like with Kanye. It's like we know Kanye be saying some stupid shit and whatever the case is, but niggas still gonna fucking listen to him and they're gonna keep bringing up, oh, he made Graduation, he made Dark Twisted Fantasy, and because of that, niggas are still going to take him seriously no matter what. Even
I don't think he has that anymore. I don't think he has that
well, I mean, obviously now, but like if this was like a couple months ago, then like yeah, like it'll be a different. Well, a couple years
anymore. Bro,
ago,
he lost that with the black community when he said slavery was a choice.
nah, he was still getting some type of love, bro.
He was no, he was. I'm saying like the black community, like the black love. He lost that when he said that shit.
Oh,
There are
that's
black
I
people who listen to
disagree,
him.
bro.
There, no, there. Hold on, don't, because I know I'm trying to like. There are black people who listen to him still. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that like the Kanye that like would work with Alicia Keys and fucking like that people would ask to make the beats for him.
yeah,
That type of Kanye, that that love was gone when he said that shit.
yeah, that yeah, I get that,
Because
I get that.
because obviously he still retained like the crowd of like the cult, like, not the cult, the stands. He still retained the stands. He retained like the alt rap crowd and the overseas like people like that who don't understand how something like that
It's
would like come off
detrimental.
as bad. Yeah, who how bad it is to say something like that.
Yeah,
But like people like the Roots, like the people that are literally in black culture, they denounced him during that time,
yeah,
and they never went back. Where it's like that's you can tell by the people that he was working with after the fact. It's like it's not it ain't the same anymore.
yeah,
I think he lost that at that point, but like what he has now is like he ain't got now he just got like none. I don't say none of us because I don't want to speak for y'all, but like me personally, like I can't fuck with nigga no more because of that shit.
yeah.
But I don't think the game has it as bad as Kanye. Like,
Fuck.
I don't feel like the game has done anything that like. I mean, has the game done anything that? I mean, this dude was beefing with Young Thug. I mean, has he ever done anything that was just so bad where like the public just denounced the game? I don't.
Other than the
No.
Eminem like remarks,
Yeah.
I don't
What did he
remember
say
anything
about
like.
it?
He was saying how he could go like toe to toe with him, and it's like, Gabe, you're not even like, not to be disrespectful to him, but you're not even in nobody's top five to be talking on Eminem's level like that. Like you can't sit there and say like, oh, I can go toe to toe with Eminem. It's like, nigga, no, you can't. Like,
It's not like
That's
it's not like to say
that's
it's not like to say he
but
can't. You know, it's just
it's just that rappers say that
Eminem,
though.
bro.
But the
Come on,
thing is,
like you
rappers
got.
say that though. Like I think he is a great rapper. It's just that like I think Eminem knows like yeah he can fucking rap. He's not gonna say that he's as good as he's not gonna agree that yeah Game is as good as me. But like if there would be a point to prove it, Game could at least hold his ground against
Yeah,
Eminem.
right.
of course, bro. A lot of people don't want to. I don't know how many people want to admit it, but when MGK went against Eminem, obviously he killed him, but MGK held his ground.
Yeah.
I like listening to MGK, but I wouldn't say that his like obviously the diss track wasn't as good, but he still held his ground. I'm not disagreeing with you on that, but at the end of the day, talking about MGK after that, everybody was talking about Eminem after that. So we all know how it's gonna end, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta be like, if you want to sit there and say like you're on that type of like rap level, you gotta be like Lil Wayne. Like, you gotta be on that type of like lyricism to say, okay, I'm gonna hold my own, but at the end of the day, it's still gonna be debatable. Because like, let's say hypothetically, Wayne and Eminem went at it, right? We'd be talking about that beef for days. If the
Yeah.
Game and Eminem went at it, we'd be talking about Eminem for days, and we'd be like, "Oh, Game kind of held his own, but Eminem still kind of walked away with the crown." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think he should have like I think Game should have at least like put material out there that like supported that. So that
He
supported that sentiment.
he does, but it's just not on that level of Eminem.
Yeah.
Now, if it was like Game and like somebody on his level, then of course I'm probably gonna go with Game 9 times out of 10. But it's like, who is that rapper? Like, who is in that
That's the
conversation?
problem. That would be the problem because like who's on Game's level? Because if it's like
Yep.
if we can't think about it, if we can't really think about anyone that's on his level, then he has no choice to look at anybody but Eminem as the
That's
challenge.
true. That's true.
The closest person was probably 50 Cent at the time.
Game would fucking no. Game and 50 Cent are equals.
That's all I'm saying. Like that probably been his only competition.
I mean, my bad. You go ahead.
No, what we saying?
I was like, who the Game could even do a versus with?
50 Ti.
You know, he would lose the verses against 50. He would lose the verses against Ti. But because they have hits.
Oh yeah. To be honest, yeah.
In terms of like if the Game were to beef with someone and I don't fucking know because like it would have to be another West Coast artist, but the West Coast niggas they are together. They don't beef with each other that much unless
Yeah.
like there's like violence involved. But like I don't know. That's what makes it hard for me to really think that like just straight up go with the fact that like that was a bad move to challenge Eminem like that because
Well,
like
but it's different to say like you can compete, and then it's another thing to say that you're better. That's what the Game was saying.
yeah
He wasn't saying
yeah
like I can compete, because if he said he can compete, then we were all been like, oh hell yeah, like you're definitely like you made a name for yourself to be like, yes, we can put you on that level. But this
yeah
nigga was going, this nigga was stepping way out of his line to say that he's better, and it's like, bro, come on.
it's yeah it was he definitely was on an ego trip with that sentiment 'cause I think he said like in an interview or some shit like that right like on Drink
Yeah.
Champs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like the ego got in the way of him saying it that way, and Eminem has that following of people just defending him, even if they don't really listen to rap like that. Because there are people who have, I don't want to say beat Eminem, but there are people who made it debatable of who had a better verse than him. But it's just
yeah,
like you would have to, because Busta Rhymes, like the one that he and Eminem did, the Calm Down song,
yeah,
it ain't cut and dry who won that shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And it's like it's if the Game was able to have the opportunity to prove himself on a song with Eminem, I think that the conversation would have been more fun to have. But if you know, I don't think honestly I don't think him saying that killed any opportunity of him working with Eminem. But it just has to happen for people to actually have that conversation.
Yeah.
At least for the game, he's in a tough spot with that shit. In my opinion.
No, I agree.
No,
I
that's
just
true.
feel like no, sorry.
No, I said that's true.
Yeah.
I
It was
mean,
dumb the way he did that shit.
I think about how Two Chains wanted to do a versus with Meek, and Meek didn't want to do it. Possibly.
What was this?
Okay, so
Two
you know.
Chainz would wash that nigga. Bro.
Okay. So before, not on no beat. So this is when they was doing the verses.
Yeah, versus yeah.
Before Two Chains and Rick Ross did the verses, Two Chains had offered like to Meek, he wanted him and Meek do a versus because he felt like him and Meek was on the same level, but Meek Mill declined. He didn't really say why. He just said, "Nah, I'm good." But I feel like that would have been a better matchup than Two Chains and Rick Ross going head to head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Two
But
Chainz boys, that's hard.
I mean, but he held his own though.
Oh, they actually went at it.
Oh no, they did a versus.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's what I meant, like the verses.
Yeah, they didn't beef or nothing. But of course, people say Ross won, but when they was playing their songs and stuff, like okay, but it was the fact that Meek probably didn't feel like him and Two Chainz was on the same level. Like okay, no,
Mm.
but yeah, that's. I mean, I feel like the game. I feel like he's one of those artists. He gonna say something crazy, but I don't think people really pay him no mind as much as they used to.
Yeah.
They don't.
He still got classics though. Like the documentary, that's still a classic album.
I like documentary 2 as well, and 2.5.
I don't know about that one.
Damn.
Wait, that last one? Which one was the last one?
The,
It had like 30
like
songs.
this
in it.
It could have been 2.5.
Yeah,
Or his last album?
when the last time he dropped the album?
it wasn't it the 92, the one with 92 bars, or it was like the blue cover or something like that? Wasn't that like one of his?
I think so. Let me see. Oh, the Drillmatic. Well, no, obviously I don't fuck with that one. But Born to I like. Well, I didn't like Born. 1992. You're talking about 1992, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
Was that one not good?
I liked it. That song 92 bars was probably the best song in there. But
Yeah, 92 bars was good.
Okay.
Fucking, I thought that was cool. I like documentary 2.5. Me personally, but was it not good? The one?
I mean, it was alright. I mean, look, when it comes to the game, I feel like he's one of those artists to me that's like, you know he's there, but kind of like Hot Big Sean. Like, okay, he can rap, but you're not like I'm not kind of digging for his music, kind of like per se. So it's been a minute, but I mean that last album was okay, but his older stuff I feel like was much better.
100%.
Now I do have like a personal question in mind. Now who I think is really underrated is Wale. Now me and Shaq kind of had this conversation before. He kind of always brushed me off for some reason. I don't know why, but I feel like
No,
Wale.
what?
No, every time I would bring up Wale, he'd be like, "Oh yeah," and then you'll just move on to something else. But I feel like Wale to me, he's one of those underrated, rappers that can really rap. What do y'all think is going on? Like, why is he not respected as much as a rapper?
It's honestly, it's just that people just stop pushing him. They stop pushing him, and the labels just stop treating him as like the way that he was treated during the radio days, Because yeah, he can rap, he can make good songs, he can do all that shit. But if the label ain't pushing you, ain't nobody gonna care. Same thing's happening with Crit. If the label wasn't pushing him, so nobody cared.
Smooth is quick, man. Shaq. Hey, what's up, man? Talk, man. Say something, Shaq. What's your opinion on Wale?
I'm gonna just say it the way how Wale said it. It's because he's dark skinned and he's not light skinned. That's that's what he said.
What?
Because he just felt like because like people will be more like Drake and J. Cole since they're light skinned they get more attention as like where the fuck happened to Kirk Banks, like okay, like because you're light skinned you're gonna get more attention, but like Kanye's not light skinned, fucking Wayne's not light skinned. That's not it's not a skin issue, bro. It's just yeah. Like
it's a skill? Like, y'all saying
No,
Wale
I'm
got
just
the skill?
bullshitting. I'm just bullshitting.
bro, okay. Like in reality, bro, he's not with MMG no more. You know, so there's no more of that push. Two,
Bro, MMG didn't even push their. They don't push anybody.
yeah, they. But here's the thing though. It's like I knew more of Wale because he was with MMG, and that was during the time when they was doing like them those compilation albums or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Real shit, that's a Wale thing, not an MMG thing. Like,
Ye-
MMG was helping, but like, there are so many artists on MMG that niggas do not even fucking care about.
no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying for me. I'm not. I can't speak for any because Wale he was doing his own thing. Like my wife, she still listens to Wale. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the thing with Wale, he just. I would at least thought that like more female, like more like women would like listen to him. You know what I'm saying? Since I feel like he kind of caters to more to that audience than guys.
You know?
But it just seemed like everybody's just. It just seemed like he's just more for the aunties now. You know, like like he's just more for the aunties or like those type of uncles or stepdads that like their cars smell good, but like there's a reason why the cars smell good. You know.
What? I'm gonna need you to expand on that. What do you mean? There's a reason why the cars. Yeah. What do you mean? There's a reason why the cars smell.
If I answer that, I'm just going. I'm snitching. So it's like I can't answer that, bro. Just
Oh, okay. I got you.
just.
You gotta clip this. You definitely gotta clip this.
I mean, look, you say that about Wale, then what about Big Sean? Because Big Sean to me is one.
Don't get me started with that fucking
Bro.
guy, bro.
Big Sean, he's got like unfortunate like circumstances, bro. Cause he can rap and he can make good songs, but he keep on getting on songs with niggas that like are better than him. So it's like, bro, please stop getting on songs with Kendrick. Please stop getting on songs with Eminem. Like, just stop doing it because there's a skill ceiling for you, and you're not at that level yet. But he keeps fucking trying. He's like Vegeta, damn near.
Yeah.
I feel like bro should get on this. Big Sean should get on that Detroit wave because that Detroit scene is crazy. Like that.
He's been on it though. It's just that yeah, he's been on it. It's just Sean, bro. It's just him.
Like, cause Babyface Ray is like the king of Detroit right now, right? Like so far, like on the new Detroit scene, like on that new style, ain't like Babyface Ray's like the face of that sound right now.
I'm not as tapped in with Detroit, so I couldn't even tell you. The last time I really heard anything from like the Detroit wave was probably just like T Grizzly or something, bro. I'm not even gonna bullshit with you. You know.
They named the street after Jay Dilla in Detroit.
Yeah, so like Trevin, his Detroit wave is like way a bit older, so you know. And that's all and that's all respect to Jay Dilla. Like Jay Dilla's the homie, the OG, king of everything, bro. But like, yeah, we're just not tapped in with Detroit like that, you know.
I don't listen to Royce.
The 5'9"?
I did.
I tried. that's all I can say. Yeah. I listened to the one album he had with no, it was, I think it was like the Book of something or whatever.
Ryan,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's because I listened to it at the wrong time. Like I was at the gym listening to it, and bro, I was just faded. Like I was not click. It just did not click with me. The only song that just really did anything was just the one he did with J Cole, and that was about it.
did you hear Prime?
Like I said, bro, that was the only album.
Oh,
Like
Oh, Trevor.
my bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna tell you, Trevor. I listened to some of that, some of the Two Chains and Alchemist album.
hmm
I mean, the Two Chains verses was cool, but that Larry June guy, who is he? He's like a rapper or something.
yeah, he's pretty fucking good. He's really good.
Yeah, but on
And
some of the songs, bro, he was sounding like he was tired. I don't know.
yeah, that's his thing. That's his thing is that like it. I don't really have a good explanation because I'm not super tapped in with Larry June, but he's Larry June is one of those rappers that drop so fucking much in a year, and it's just consistent. Like you can confuse him with a damn Griselda member, damn near. You feel me?
What? Well, Two Chains high energy, and then his like very much kind of like drowsy voice. I don't know. To me, it just kept on just
Yeah.
wasn't connected. But I mean, the album was dope. What
Mhm.
I listened to, but I just feel like Two Chainz coming with his high energy, and then he coming like he just woke up. I don't know. I just to me, I just couldn't really connect with it.
Yeah.
Larry June, he's like one of them type of guys where like I'm not even gonna be funny with it. Like I got a lot of respect for him. He's one of them type of guys that's just like the best way I can say it. He's like a big he's big on cars. You know what I'm saying? He's like a very chill ass dude, and that's the best way I can probably explain it. I mean, I can probably answer it. He's a chill ass dude. He's from the West, so with that, you're gonna get some chill ass raps. But the shit that he raps about is pretty much
Damn.
pretty much about like
Like my homie again, bro.
you said what?
You got snatched out the fucking. Yeah, that nigga's gone, bro.
Oh, my connection's messing up.
Hey, here you go. You back. You back.
Oh shit. Oh.
That's the pop comment she was making earlier.
Pac, I got love for you, but like, come on, bro.
He said the whoop. Yeah.
Trying
Nah,
to take it off the algorithm, bro.
no, but like, yeah, Larry June, he's like a very chill ass dude, but like the shit that he raps about is pretty much about like, yeah, making money, like, you know, enjoying your lifestyle, you know, doing all that stuff, whatever. It's he's an exquisite taste. I'm gonna just say that he's a very exquisite taste, and if that type of rap ain't for you, then it you ain't gonna really click with it like that. That's all I'm gonna say.
So before we end, did y'all listen to that Drake album that dropped?
I did.
Hell no.
I did.
Did you like it?
No. So okay, let me be fair. Let me be fair. So I listened to it. I did catch a sense of '09 Drake, R&B wise, whatever. I did catch a sense of it, but he did party wrong because our when I was, granted there's like about 25 tracks on that fucking project. I don't know who could stand through that.
Wow, really?
Yes, yes. If it's not 25, I just know for sure there's 20. You know,
How long were the songs?
there, bro. Some songs was range from like 3 to like 6 minutes, damn near. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't be giving that album.
Not,
Yeah, hell no.
no. Hear me out. Hear me out. So like, while I'm listening to it, right? Like, I'm trying to give both these niggas the benefit of doubt because Drake, we ain't gotta talk about Drake. You already know he got his shit going on. But I'm trying to listen to Party because Party's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta be fair. The last few party projects that he dropped, you know, randomly, they just did not hold up compared to like his earlier projects. And I'm big on Party, dude. You know what I'm saying? And Drake hold that nigga because you barely hear Party on the fucking album. You know what I'm saying? And I knew he was gonna do this shit. I knew he was gonna do this shit, bro. When Joe Budden was dissing Drake back in 2016 or whatever, that nigga said a line about you like you taking all the songs from the party off of like Party's album or some shit like that. Like I can't remember the best way, but pretty much he was like alluding to like this nigga was like taking everything from Party. You know what I'm saying? And when you listen to the album, you're like, damn, where the fuck is Party Next Door at? No, that nigga's not at the house. That nigga is just not here. You know what I'm saying? Everything's about fucking Drake. Now, Drake, he did rap a few on his songs, but it was more melodic. You know, it wasn't no strictly rapping. And he did mention something about the beef. Like I think he said Young Thug asked him to like just drop the beef or whatever, and he said he can't do that because it's too much haters in his eyes or some lame shit or whatever. And he's going at, well, I ain't gonna say now, but he went after more people's families again. He went after Lucian's daughter. He brought all these fucking things, and I'm like, nigga, you do not learn. You don't learn. But now it's not you're not messing with like a rapper's family. You messing with your former boss, or I think he still is your boss. So it's like
the album was still released under UMG.
You said what?
I think the album was still released under UMG, right?
Yeah, and I mean I don't know if Lucian's with UMG or whatever the case is, but the thing is, you're playing with fucking fire, and I think there was like a couple people that was saying that like they couldn't find that album on fucking Apple. I think it's on there now, but there was probably a time where like they probably took it off of Apple because this nigga Lucian was tired of Drake's shit. So I'm like, yeah. So it's like, nigga, what are you doing, bro? Like, can you just chill the fuck? I don't know if it's like he's going through a midlife crisis or whatever. I'm going on a tangent, but the album, I guess if you're team OVO, you know, if you're heavily with them boys or whatever the case is, then I guess it's for you. But there wasn't that one song that I really just like that even made me consider liking. You know what I'm saying? Like I have, even though I was with Kendrick's side the whole time, I still do have Drake songs that I do like. And some of them I probably will go back and listen to every now and then. But there was nothing on that album that made me think like, you know what, maybe Drake is that guy. None. Production wise, outstanding. Outstanding. I think 40's on the album. So that he did his thing with that. But Trevor, remember when you told me like when you first listened to CLB, like it was like sounding like some underwater shit and it was putting you to sleep? Yeah, that's that.
I was expecting that from that album though.
No, it's expected, but it's just like it's just the press that came out after. It's just like, okay, you're titling the song Some Sexy Songs for You, like, okay, like, yeah, all right, let's go with that. All right, sure. And then after that, like, I think Academics went on a little like not interview, but like he was like posted up with Party Next Door, and no, yeah, that's something else. Party Next Door, he posted on his Instagram and said something about this album is you don't need to learn anything about this album, like it's not something you need to dissect or whatever. It's strictly for fucking and whatever. And I'm like, nigga. Okay, but once again, where the fuck were you at on the album, bro? Like, yeah. So if I was to rate the album, I don't think we're doing rates. If we was to ever do rates one day, and I guess it's a start, that shit is a 1.6 out of 5, bro.
That's so specific. What the? Okay.
All right, no, I only said 6 because six. But no,
I didn't hear the Larry June and 2 Chainz album. I still need to do that.
I didn't get to hear that one either.
Like I told you, like on that album. I just feel like that songs were kind of like for me, like you say, Two Chains High Energy and Larry June, like chill, kind of like the meaning. To me, I just couldn't really connect to it, but the production,
Yeah.
like I was on the album, was dope. I really just really enjoyed the Two Chains and Lil Wayne album, really more than anything. I know that's
Mm-hmm.
almost 2 years ago, but I was listening to the album not that long ago. And the rapping wise, I feel like I kind of I like it when Two Chains kind of like challenging himself, and I see the growth. Two Chains have grew like over the last 10 years as a rapper.
Yes.
Cause it used to be some songs where I'm like, all right, man, like, but nah, but he really grew. Like as rapping wise, you can see the growth.
It's something awoken in him once he got on that one Ninth Wonder song.
And what? But see, that's what I'm ready. Like I'm ready for Meek Mill to do. Like, cause I'm ready for him to reach that next level. Cause he can, but I don't know. I know y'all don't want to have that Meek conversation because
I
everybody
don't
else.
mind. I personally don't
Yeah, I don't
mind.
mind either.
Only thing I want to ask is that to just to, one thing from the Drake thing is that is it when is it time to question if Drake really has that anymore? Like has that?
Bro,
Oh boy.
Yeah, talk about that shit. Talk about that shit. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
wait. So I cut you off before you even. Are you saying like? Were you gonna say like Drake was ever him? Is that the
Like
point
is
of the
he
conversation?
like does he like is it like because the rollout of this album like in the wake of this album and the sentiments regarding it, does he still have? Do you think that he still has that ability anymore? Like that what
Okay,
he had in 2015 on back.
okay. Let me say this. Okay, just a little bit off here, like what you're saying, just a little bit off topic. I don't think Drake should ever have been put in the conversation of like the top three, like which was what was
Mm,
it, J. Cole, Kendrick, and then Drake.
yeah.
I'll say this. I've always thought until he made. If you're reading this, it's too late. I've always thought Drake was so corny because when he dropped started from the bottom, I was like, started from the bottom of what?
Yeah.
It's like
Yep.
I never understood how Drake has always made his way conversations as far as like him just being like that guy. I just never really, I could never really vibe with it. Cause it's like I don't know if it's just me liking serious rap or serious lyricism, but the fact that he's just always in the conversation, it just made me not really like him at all. Like it just made me not really a big Drake fan. So I'm not surprised that this new album that came out with him was even any good. Now
Yeah.
say that now to go back to your statement a little bit. No, I don't think Drake is ever gonna go back to how he was ever again because he never was that way. That's just my opinion. I don't think Drake was ever in that conversation, and for people to put him in there, it just never made sense to me. He has other niggas writing his shit for him, and then it's like, how do you get put in that conversation? If somebody else is writing your shit for you, I just don't think that you deserve to be put in that conversation. At least in the rap conversation. Now, if we're just talking about pop music, of course Drake is number one in my opinion. But to put him like, I just that's why this whole beef, even a little bit more sidetrack. This whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake shit is so stupid to me, bro. It like I cannot stand that song. I can't take Kendrick Lamar serious anymore. I can't take Drake serious. The fact that he's beefing with the artist that is never even in that conversation or should never be in that conversation just wows me. And then like the whole him performing that, I just can't get over it. Like this whole beef thing is corny. And then Shaq, you saying how the whole thing was with Drake and we didn't really hear a lot of Party Next Door. I thought that shit is corny. Like how you gonna do a collab with somebody else and then barely hear Party Next Door and more? Yeah, like what the hell? That doesn't. I don't know. Bro,
Also,
I'm so tired of Drake.
So I
also,
didn't.
hold
I
on.
never
One more
really.
thing. One
I
more
never
thing.
really put Drake. I didn't mean like is he like top three status. I meant like and just for his talent. Like because I still
But
do. I do.
that's what I'm saying. Like, what talent? As far as him having the dope voice that he has, how how is this nigga talented? That's what I'm saying. Like the started from the bottom shit. You cannot put out a song like that and basic because you're making a statement when you say something
Yeah.
like that. You can't sit there and make a statement like that and then say like, oh yeah, I've been him. It's like, well, what era? Like what? And that's I don't know.
I think that well yeah, you're right about all of that. Like he's not a genuine like when it comes to rapping, he's not genuine. I know that. I mean like his songwriting ability because I think that like in even though yeah it is based on what other people write for him, that's just the business of the game. To be honest, like as a pop artist, it's just if you're reading this is too late and even a bit of take care nothing was the same. Those are still cohesive projects, and
yeah.
it's like it's just that I was just questioning if since he hasn't been doing that in a while, do y'all think that he could ever do that again for those projects? Not like his like status as a rapper or a musician or something like that. I just think that I was hoping that this project had any sort of like DNA of those projects because Party was involved with those and 40. So
Well,
I was yeah I was asking if he's ever gonna do that type of stuff again or if he's gonna keep on doing that fake ass
well,
starting from the bottom type sentence from now
that
on.
no, I was going to say so to kind of help with that. T Pain kind of thought he put his thoughts into this shit, right? And oh my god, I suck at this game. So when he when he talked about the album, he said that like majority of the songs that on the album sounded like old songs that like they just probably just threw in there. Like nothing probably like maybe a couple songs that was new, but majority of everything else just sounded just old or like some shit that they probably had from like many years ago. You know what I'm saying? Um like I said, when I listen to it, and this is me being fair, like no like all jokes to the side or whatever. When I listen to it, like I said, I did get a sense of like the old R&B Drake, if you know if you want to call it that or whatever. But there was nothing really. Nothing pushed the needle. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. It's not that. It's not one of them type of projects. So like I remember when Nas talked about like there's not like an album that like that makes him like stay up at night and like really listen to anymore. You know what I'm saying? Other than probably like maybe Kendrick or whatever. But like this is not one of them it's not one of them projects, and Drake hasn't had something like that in a long time. Like the last time I did that for a Drake album was Scorpion, and that was only because I wanted to see how he was going to deal with the whole Pusha T and the whole baby mama thing or whatever. But it wasn't because
Jackson feature.
it wasn't even that either, because I didn't want that shit.
Me neither. I just want to see how it's gonna sound.
Yeah, but but that's the thing though. I wasn't staying up because I wanted to hear how the music sound. I was staying up because of the fucking drama. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So
So the thing is, like, the thing about Drake is that he's a drama rapper. He's a drama
as of right now, yes. As of right now, yes, bro. Every since like Tariq says, when it was if you're reading this, everybody was like everybody was fine with just Drake's music. Even when he did drop Started from the Bottom, niggas still ended up liking Nothing Was the Same because he was rapping his ass off. Like he was being serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was like after if you're reading this and then the whole Ghostwriter thing started to pop up, it was drama after drama after drama after drama.
Yeah.
With fucking views was like normal, but like there was still that sentiment of, oh, you have issues with Meek, so you're probably gonna talk about that. Well, he didn't really. He probably mentioned like a couple things, but it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Views was still like in an okay spot. But guess what? It was still 2016. He was still bringing up Meek in other fucking songs like Summer 16 and shit like that. Like, and then he had issues with Pusha T. So every time Drake's name was brought up, it was because of some fucking drama. More Life was also in a safe spot too, but he started having issues with the Caribbean community because that's when the whole culture vulture thing started popping up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So every single year if you're reading this, became drama, and that's what his label ended up becoming, like he become a drama rapper, even with fucking CLB. See, even with fucking CL, yeah, even with CLB, your main thing with the fucking album wasn't just because of fucking females. You was beefing with Kanye. And no, and niggas can't just say that Kanye started it. Drake was pushing that shit along too. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Go ahead.
you know, like I'm gonna give my personal opinion. You know, like I agree with Shaq. Nothing was the same. Like to me, was that last serious rap album. I feel like More Life was more of a compilation album because he had so many different artists. Like
No, it was a compilation album.
yeah, it was a compilation album. Of course, Scorpion was a double album, and a couple of other projects. But I feel like to me, I feel like one thing that hindered Drake besides the drama, I feel like him always trying to do like a duo thing. I don't know. It's like when he separated himself from Wayne. I don't know why he felt like he kind of needed to have like that duo pair, and I just feel like it probably could have been an identity issue. Okay, now he was teaming up with Future for a minute. Like it was just him and Future. Then he teamed up with Thug. Then he teamed up with Travis. And it's like, and nothing wrong with him doing songs with these different artists. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying you don't have to make an album with everybody that you just meet. Like, man, you know. And I'm just like, it's been a minute since it's like, bro, you Drake, regardless if people think you the best rapper or not, why you always trying to pair up with somebody? Like you trying to pair up with Party Next Door now? Like man, drop your own album. Like
I
find
mean,
your
that was
own.
supposed to come. That was supposed to
That was
come.
supposed to been happen.
Oh, but my thing about this is that
God damn
you
it.
don't have to always team up with the next person. Like it was rumors that him and Playboy Cardi was gonna have something. Like come
Oh
on, bro.
God, not.
But no, but what I'm just saying is this: like, I just feel like he always connected himself with another artist, and he kind of like would lose his identity because I don't know why. It's like he always felt like he kind of needed to kind of like pair up with another artist to kind of like I don't know maybe to find his sound again or to see what. But even the whole album with 21 Savage, that was not needed. It was not
Oh
needed.
yeah, yeah.
It was her loss was not
That was a
needed.
business move, bro. That's all it was. That was just
That's all it was, bro. But are we really gonna go back to her loss like that? Maybe Jumbotron, maybe. But it's like you don't have to always connect with another artist. Like he need to do it, focus on his next project, give people what they want, get him a solo project, man. Just rap. That's
not
all
that.
you gotta do.
That's the thing. That's the thing, though. Drake said he was supposed to take a break. All right, not once but twice. When when for the what's it called, for the dogs or whatever,
All the dogs.
for all the dogs, he was supposed to take a break because that's what he said. He said he was going to take a break, but the Kendrick shit had happened, so he couldn't take no breaks. Then when he fucking lost, he doubt everybody was telling him to take a break. He dropped the fucking 300 gigs, 100 gigs, whatever the fuck it's called. Nobody was fucking with that shit. Nobody. Not one soul. And if they were, they're fucking lame as shit and they didn't even fucking last that long.
Damn.
And then hold on. Yep. Yeah, we can kind of finish this right here. Shakir. Anywho, it seemed like we got a lot more to talk about with this whole thing, so we can save it for next Monday. And I don't want to hold you all up for too long. But yeah, we can gather some more topics, put them in the chats and everything, and we'll come back to this because it seemed like the owl is on our radar right now, and we're very disappointed. Very.
I'm gonna listen to the Larry June project as well because I keep fucking forgetting to listen to it.
Nigga always say he be forgetting.
No, I do, bro. Bro, I didn't even. I don't know. I got a problem.
Look, like Shaq, reach out to Cole, tell him drop the follow. I I know he,
Please, bro.
I know he's saying, "Oh, I'm still working on the album." Like, man, come on, bro. Like, this album's supposed to come out like 5 years ago. Like, there's no way he's still in the studio working on this album. There's no way.
I'm saying, bro, what is this nigga doing? Chill, like what?
Taking care of his fucking family out. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. But yeah, we can come back to this later. Like I said, we can put some more topics in the chat. Hopefully, this one was a little bit entertaining, and we'll keep the momentum going towards the next one. Until then, y'all take it easy. Have a good one.